Hello, this is Oscar with today's presentation by Wonder Presentation. And so, contents we will be talking about these characters in the book called Wonder. And these are the four characters we are going to talk about. The first is Auggie. Auggie, also known as August Pullman, is the main character in this book. Although this book is a collection of viewpoints from many different people, its subject is almost always Auggie. Auggie has a lot of syndromes mixed together, and as a result, he has one massive syndrome. Also, he has a problem with the fifth chromosome, which determines facial features, and both of those things determines facial features. So as a result, he kind of has facial problems, and he has to ignore shocked faces, murmuring behind his back, and screaming of little kids who first see him. And also, he has a lot of interest in Star Wars, and in the story, he goes into fifth grade. Now, the reason this is special is that Augie has never been to school before. He was always homeschooled by his parents. The book is about how Augie goes through fifth grade, and it also includes some other stuff. Leah, also known as Olivia, is Augie's older sister. In the story, she just starts high school, and because her brother has so many surgeries, her parents never have time for her. The only one that looked at her is her grandmother. And when Augie had another surgery, Via went to stay with her grandmother's house, and she told Via a secret that she was her favorite. Now, the reason this is a secret is because grandmothers aren't supposed to have a secret. I mean, aren't supposed to have favorites. And the reason Mia is her favorite is that she thinks that enough people look at Ollie already because of his special needs. And yeah, she thinks there should be someone that can look at Via too, and she thinks that's her. And when later on her grandmother dies in the hospital by a heart stroke, I think. It's a big shock to Via and her mom because well, yeah, now Via doesn't have anyone who actually looks at her anymore. But also in school, she gets a boyfriend named Justin, and we're friends with Ellie and Miranda before she started high school. But after she thinks they are not interested in her anymore, but actually they are, which is represented in another point of view later on in the story. Summer. Summer is a girl at Augie's school who goes to sit with Augie because she thinks he's poor because he had nobody to sit with, and everybody thinks he's just a weird freak. But later on, she begins to sit with him on purpose because she starts to like Augie, and her friends don't like that. Later in the book, when Summer is at a party hosted by Savannah, Savannah tells her that she would be more popular if she didn't hang out with Ollie so much because everyone thinks he's a freak, and yeah. Also tells her that Julian has a crush on her. And so Summer later tells Savannah that she has a crush on someone else, and it's not Julian. Lastly, Jack. Jack, also known as Jack Will, is Augie's best friend. He was asked to be friends with Augie by the principal, but later on he decides to be Augie's friend. In the story, Jack and Augie break up once because Jack badmouths them to Julian on Halloween and thought August didn't hear because he was wearing a different mask than expected. And But they get together again later on. Then Julian starts a war between him and Jack as payback, punching him in the face because, well, Julian hates Auggie and he always says bad things about it, and Jack does not like that. But as time passes, there are more and more neutrals, and so Julian's side gets a bit bored of the whole war thing, and they come into the neutrals. And finally, the war ends with only Julian on Julian's side, and there is news that Julian's not coming back for sixth grade because his mom does not think that the school is not prepared for him or not fit for him. Alright, thanks for listening to this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.